a beautiful plan.
Ah, Madonna, hasn't it been a good several decades? I'm not here to cling on to the good old days, as one of the biggest pop stars to ever fuck up at Eurovision and one of the oldest to kiss Drake. If there's one thing that I could say positively about her risque grind, it's that she's never really been out of touch. She is capable of embracing the popular trends at the time. It's just that there's a crazy ravine between being bearable and terrible. With no doubt, this is her most risk-taking album, but sometimes I take risks and end up with concrete scrapes on all the limbs of my body, or piss in my mouth. Madame X has this strange teetering between conforming to Latin pop and trap trends and trying to arrange everything into some progression of a dark theatre show. You could have told me her Eurovision performance was the free trial and this is the full version. Madame X is obviously trying to be this overarching statement of unity and peacefulness, but if you could excuse my cynicism, bland world peace sentiments of naive optimism in the face of real oppressive struggle seems like the equivalent of giving a pat on the back to a burn victim. Madonna has this strangely scatterbrained approach to being the front woman of trendy conscious music. Killers Who Are Partying comes to mind, where she expresses sympathy for minorities and oppressed populations around the world in general, personifying herself as gay if the gay are burned, Africa if Africa is shut down, Israel if Israel is incarcerated. If any of that didn't make sense, that's because it doesn't. It's more as if the writers of the song tried to save her from the backlash against the brainless and substanceless Israel and Palestine peace routine she pulled at Eurovision, but still knew dick all about any of the subjects to write about it. Also, inserting yourself into all these experiences for the sake of shock factor in the hopes of proving a point just seems like a tasteless move anyways. Is Madonna really a shock icon? Would this work? And the answer is no. If you need another case of piss poor messaging that adds nothing to a conversation, look no further than God Control. You read the interview excerpt about her thoughts on gun law reform and you understand that she probably has some passion surging through her. And then the verse drops in and it's like, people think that I'm insane, the only gun is in my brain. Each new birth it gives me hope, that's why I don't smoke that dope. The album's attempts at being conscious really results in some of the most embarrassing lyricism I've heard. You hear what she said, bro? She went to the left, then went to the right. She had to rediscover her center of gravity. Centrist anthem, boy. Perhaps Madonna using her large platform to speak out on things is a good thing in the loosest of concepts, but when you see how she does it, it becomes eye-roll worthy and adds nothing to a conversation that has already been going on for far too long. For me, that's more of the offensive part of this album. It's that it's merely pretending to point things out, but by the end, I barely have a grasp of what Madonna is voicing about, other than the occasionally trendy object that signals that we're in 2019 and not 1983, plus stiffly delivered lyrics with the impact of a punctured ping pong ball. For the record, the music on Madame X starts out unsuspectingly okay. Medellin is a reggaeton track with some decent kind of charm, but it soon gets flushed down the toilet with the weight of some wannabe Laurie Anderson type ballet concept track, where Madonna sings pathetically cracker-thin "we live in a society" statements through a vocoder.
I will not do the things that I have said. I will not lose my faith in my sweet Lord. English doesn't need to fight against the English. I'm not afraid at all to die cause I'm a...
Maybe I'm just not seeing the point, but that's just because I can't hear it outside of my Supreme hoodie. I just wanted to let you know that she also asks if you can hear the wind howl and then blows into the mic. That's some shit my friends would do in a voice chat. Every song manages to sound messy, with whole layers of instrumentation literally missing from it, but that might give the impression that it's vaguely interesting to listen to, but no. There's no atmosphere, there's no tension, there's no energy, there's no color, and if there is, the lights are out. During Crave, featuring pop rap it boy Sway Lee, the song is so monumentally boring that all you end up focusing on is how much of the track sounds like it wasn't supposed to be finished. This is the type of unsettling creation that creepypastas are based upon, and goodness knows the prospect of Madonna doing brap ad-libs is scarier than Sonic the Hedgehog having his kidneys ripped out. I don't have doubts that Madonna means what she says, but what she says is Madonna, so I doubt that it's mean. You can get away with being vague about something for ambiguity purposes, but so much of Madame X manages to be absolutely unsubtle and horrendously shallow and unhelpful at the same time, which I can only see as her trying to hashtag preach, go off queen. The stylistic diversity on this album seems like a way for her to reach out to a whole bunch of different cultures and symbolize some kind of worldwide unity. But no cap, that gives me some awkward colonizer vibes, bro. Or at least an extremely rich motherfucker with complete detachment from what it's truly like down here. Especially when each take on it is so half-hearted and commercialized, and especially when the key to resolving these issues isn't just blandly slapping the word unity over it like a game developer that just started out. I don't need a manifesto, I just need some bloody effort. Can you believe that Madonna's efforts to be socially conscious have very rarely been helpful sentiments in any shape or form? It checks out.
When Madonna came out with her hit Vogue, you knew it was over. She'd taken a very specific queer, transgender, Latino, and African American phenomenon and totally erased that context with lyrics about how it makes no difference if you're black or white, if you're a boy or a girl. And Madonna was taking in tons of money while the queen who actually taught her how to vote was sitting at a table in front of me, row. So if anybody requested Vogue or any other Madonna track, I just don't know. This is a Madonna-free zone. And as long as I'm DJing, you will not be allowed to vogue to the decontextualized, reified, corporatized, liberalized, neutralized, asexualized, regenderized pop reflection. This dance floor is reality.